We are here to discuss about how can we have best practices for preservation and also propagation of the endemic natural resources in Eastern Himalayas. It's a very important topic. It's not only on preservation but also on propagation. We have Jatindra Sharma, who is very experienced particularly in medicinal plants. Then we also have Mr. Commission Mili, Javid Hussain from Dhaka. Then we have three panelists as of now. With this, can I invite first of all Mr. Jatindra Sharma. Jatindra Sharma, he would speak on particularly medicinal plants, I suppose. Jatindra Sharma, he has just now arrived from Tezpur, his place of posting. I think he will enlighten all of you on the best practices that we should have to preserve and propagate the biological resources in the form of medicinal plants. Thank you. Jatindra Sharma.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Respected moderator, respected panelists, and all my friends. As Saraj said, is a person who is sitting, who spoke. The person is a genius from Assam in the sense that he has done so much of work for this in agricultural sector, particularly while he was posted in the ICR. So I'll be speaking specifically on certain medicinal plants, some edible plants of Eastern Himalaya, particularly of Assam, including some mushrooms. Mushrooms we normally don't talk. Let me speak about some mushrooms also, because this Balipura Foundation, they have been doing some works also on this. So I think you'll be aware that the most primitive plant that people used to take, human beings used to consume, is taro, kosu. I'll be using this Assamese language also. I think kosu, you people will be aware of this.
Colocasia.
So yeah, colocasia, alocasia, all these species. Now, not many of us, we really study about this. This is a neglected sector in the sense that, kosu, it grows everywhere. I'll tell you one interesting story about this. We as forester, whenever we visit the forest, we identify one colocasia, as in Assamese we call it teli kosu. Teli kosu means, it is oily. You don't have much of oxalate in it, that's why it doesn't irritate you. But the thing is that if you try to find out what is the botanical, scientific name of this plant species, not many Indians will know about the scientific name of that. In 2002, in China, in Malaysian University, there is a professor called Professor Lihinji. In his honor, it was coined, it was described or discovered as Colocasia Lihinji. Now in Bangladesh, in 2008, they have described it as the first record for Bangladesh. In India, some of our scientists, now they are with the BSSR, they are posted in Kolkata. To be very precise, now Dr. Rajiv, he is in Gangtok chapter. So they described this as Colocasia Lihinji in 2012. And interestingly, at the time I was working in Tinsukia, I was posted there, and I used to go and find out, the inflorescence. Normally you don't find the inflorescence because in the forest, these forest people, they go and pluck, the tender shoots. So you don't find the inflorescence. After a lot of studies, I thought that might be something different. And one of my friends from Japan, Peter Matthews, he came. Now he's one fellow, Peter Matthews, he's from New Zealand, settled in Japan. Now he is doing a lot of research also. In the colocasia, all taro of the, wild taro of the world. He has been doing studies in Thailand, Malaysia, Burma, and all those countries. So he told me that this is already reported. This Colocasia Lihinji is already reported by one of your, scientists from Assam, because he could spot some Colocasia Lihinji somewhere in Arunachal Pradesh. Believe me, after a few years, in 2016, I have gathered information from, all the states of, almost all the states of, Eastern India, like Nagaland, Manipur, then Arunachal Pradesh, in our hilly states. Then later on, we could find this is not Colocasia lehinji at all. This was Colocasia mannii. It was described from Assam, from Makum, way back in 1908, and after that nobody could describe that plant. Now only nowadays lactotafication has come up. Last week only it is established that, okay, it is published also, that this is not Colocasia lehinji. This is in fact, it was Colocasia mannii. He was also conserved the forest, Gustav Mann. So that's the story, means we do not have much of studies on particular kinds of species. The other species which I'll tell you, what is important? Nothapoditis pneumoniana. Earlier it was known as Mapia foetida. In Assam, 1914, 15th of February, one Kanjilal, was in fact again he is the person who has drafted the flora of Assam. That time he found only 2 trees in Upper Assam, in Borjan area. Only 2 trees. He never knew the importance of those 2 trees. In Mumbai, there was a transshipment of 54 tons of the bark and leaves and sitch, including the wood portion, to US. Then the Indian scientists, they thought, why these timbers and barks are being shifted to America? What is the utility? In Karnataka, the people used to take the fruits, like it is like peanuts. They call it kalguru. In Tamil Nadu, in coastal areas, they find that, those trees are vanishing day by day. Later on, the Indian scientists could learn. Now, one molecule called camptothecin is present in the leaves and barks and wood portion of that tree. Now, camptothecin is a drug, alkaloid, which is one of the most important drugs in the world for treating ovarian cancer and colon cancer. And it was being transferred to other countries. And China, what they did, they started the cultivating of this species. Not exactly this species, some other species like Camptotheca acuminata. So that way only, because only few tree species are there where camptothecin is present. Now only after so many, after nearly 100 years, we could find only 2 trees again. Now what is that conservation part? How we go ahead with that? So I collected seeds in the month of September, some 5 kgs or so. I gave to some of my fellow colleagues, DFOs. I said, why not you go for nurseries? Because in the southern part of India, some laboratories, including FRLST, they have developed certain protocols and they have gone for some nurseries, massive nurseries there, the southern parts of India. So here, none of us we could develop nurseries. We were failure. Twice I tried, both the times, only 3 saplings we got. In 2014, what I did, I gave to one of the tea gardeners, small tea growers. Why I gave to him? Because he used to go and notice what I do in the jungles. Said, why not you, sir, give me some seeds? I can help you out. Last year, you believe me, last year I saw that 52 trees are coming up as shade trees in his tea gardens, own tea gardens. Now this year again, we have collected some around 8-10 cases. Maybe this time we will be successful. So that way, these are, tree species or some shrubs or some herbs which we are not in a position to identify. Now, identification is the most important part. A lot of, sir, I was telling sir also while discussing that true dragon tree in India, it was discovered only few months back. From where I was walking the hills, the Hamra near to Meghalaya, only 37 trees are only existing. Now we have collected the seeds, given the field, now the seeds are also coming up. Now why this tree is important again? Because chemopreventive properties are there, antioxidant properties are there. And some scientists, after going through all those papers, scientific journals, they have come up and approached me. So why not you give us some samples? Let us also study further on this. So this way, in the field, whenever we traverse in the field, we notice lot of macrofungi or fungi or mushrooms, whatever you call it. Now those are the mushrooms which are so healthy, so beneficial for health. In China, they have the monopoly of this, mushroom cultivation. In the wild also, we have never experimented. It means in the eastern part of India or per se in India itself, we do not give much importance on the value of those mushrooms. They are so nutritional and mostly they are all chemopreventive. They have so much of value. So I think I will not take much time because other speakers are there. Maybe later on I will join and interact with you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarma Sahab. You have shared your experience and you are doing it yourself. That's the beauty actually. Being a forester, he has been helping us in conserving the jam plasm resources that he has laid his hands on. May I now invite a foreign friend from Dhaka, Jabid Hussain. I do not know much about you. I cannot say that. You can say one or two words about yourself and then start.
Thank you so much, sir. First of all, I am Javed Hussain from the University of Dhaka, from Bangladesh. You know, the country which is the closest to Assam, I think. And I just came last night. Actually, from Dhaka to Assam, it should take 30 minutes flight, but I had to travel more than 1.5 hours because of, you know, I had to go to Kolkata and then from Kolkata to here. So it is 3 times more than the actual distance. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I should thank Mr. Probir Banerjee and Ms. Karishma Ahmed for inviting me, and I am really happy and really pleased, and I feel myself honored to be here. And a couple of months back, both of them visited Dhaka University, and we had a wonderful meeting there. And before that, actually, we didn't know about this naturgenomics activities happening here in this region. So that's why I must say that this is a good opportunity for us, basically for me, because my background is ecology. I do research and teaching on ecology, and within ecology I do several kinds of research, like identifying ecosystem services basically from forests, and I also do research on adaptation of forest plants in Bangladesh. You know, although Bangladesh is a small country compared to India, but we have very diversified forest, and our forests are rich in terms of diversity. You know, we have both evergreen forest, we have deciduous forest, and within deciduous forest we have moist deciduous, we have dry deciduous forest, and we have swamp forest, and within swamp forest we have saline swamp forest, and we have freshwater swamp forest also, and evergreen forest and semi-evergreen forest. So there is ample opportunity to do research there. And in addition to that, I also do research on plant microbial interactions. In my PhD, I studied ecological relationships between microbes and plant communities. That means community level. And during my PhD postdoc, I also did did research on interactions between legumes and rhizobia in soil, agriculture soil. And still I'm also doing research on interactions between legume, rhizobia, and environmental stress condition. Like you know, we have some problems in the agriculture of Bangladesh, like we have arsenic problem, and in some parts of the country we have a drought problem also, and in the southern part we have salinity problems. So these are the fields where I am doing research. Actually, I spent this time not to say about my research, because you see that I do research on actually plant and microbial communities. So my focus is on soil microbial communities. So why I choose this one? Because you know, these soil microbial communities are one of the important component of ecosystem, and our concern is like biodiversity conservation, preservation, like this. So what we say about this biodiversity, mainly we focus on the macroorganisms, okay, number of plants, number of animals, those we can see, those we can quantify, those we can handle. But we till now we don't emphasize on the microbial communities because we think that these are so plenty in the soil, in the environment, we don't need to think about that. But personally, from my experience, I should say that we should think like that, because these microbial communities, they play such important, such significant role in nature that without them this ecosystem could never sustain, because they actually regulate the nutrient cycle in the soil, in the ecosystem, and they also maintain the fertility that is in the agricultural soil. Okay, so if microbes are not up to the level of soil standard, soil quality, then that soil is known as infertile soil. Okay, so that's the importance that we should think about that soil microbial communities, and we should do research, and we should also think about these microbial communities in our natural conservation thinkings, and also like we should take this into our account when we think about the natural capital. So, and I think Naturomics activities or forum, they are doing excellent job, and I think they have so many stakeholders also, and among these stakeholders, this Balipara Foundation, I think they are in the leading positions, so they can think about farmers who do cultivation, so that they introduce this organic farming. There are several ways of organic farming, so that soil fertility can be maintained. So just since this is the first time with this Balipara Foundation, so I want to conclude here, and thank you again for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hussain Sahab, for sharing your area of expertise. It's not that we are not considering the microbes. We are very much into it. We are trying to find the kind of stress countering solutions the microbes can give in today's agriculture. I had spoken in the morning about that, but you will be happy to know a group of researchers, they have found out a microbe which prevents the entry of pathogen. And what they have done with that kind of microbes, they have coated the seed of that particular crop, so that the crop itself repel the insect and pathogen attack. So many things are going on in microbial area. So I think you can join that particular thing. Now we have with us Mr. Melli from Balipara. He stays, I think, next to the foundation, has wide experience. May I invite you, sir?
মই অসমীয়াতে ক'ব লাগিব। সতীৰ্থ সন্মানীয় ৰিচাৰ্চ পাৰ্চন আৰু আজিৰ সভাত অংশগ্ৰহণ কৰা ৰাইজলৈ মোৰ নমস্কাৰ জনাইছোঁ। মই আহিছোঁ শোণিতপুৰ জিলাৰ বালিগাঁও গ্ৰীণ ভিলেজৰ পৰা। আমাৰ গাঁওখন জীয়াবৰণী নদী পাৰত আৰু নামেৰি ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় উদ্যানৰ কাষত। আজিৰ পৰা 50-60 বছৰ আগৰ আৰু বৰ্তমানৰ আমাৰ জিলাখনৰ যি পৰিৱেশ, সেই পৰিৱেশৰ বিষয়ত কিছু ক'ব বিচাৰিছোঁ। আমি অসমৰ মানুহে বনজ সম্পদত চহকী বুলি আমি গৌৰৱ কৰোঁ, কিন্তু মোৰ নিজে দেখা আজিৰ পৰা 50-60 বছৰ আগৰ আমাৰ সেই গৌৰৱ বৰ্তমান আছে নাই। আমাৰ অঞ্চলৰ গাঁওবিলাকত আমি অহা যোৱা কৰিবৰ কাৰণে ৰাস্তা আছিলে 1.5 ফুট 2 ফুট। 1.5 ফুট 2 ফুট ৰাস্তাই আমাৰ কাৰণে যথেষ্ট ইঘৰ সিঘৰ যাবৰ কাৰণে। কাৰণ তেতিয়া আমাৰ চাইকেল নাছিল, ঠেলা গাড়ী নাছিল, বাইক নাছিল, মটৰ গাড়ী নাছিল, গতিকে আমাৰ ৰাস্তাৰ প্ৰয়োজন নাই 1.5 ফুট বা 2 ফুট ৰাস্তা হ'লে সাফিচিয়েণ্ট আৰু সেই কাৰণে আমাৰ যিবিলাক বনজ সম্পদবিলাক অনিষ্ট হোৱা নাছিল আমি ঘৰ খাইছিলোঁ কাঠ বা খেৰ দি কিন্তু আমি জংঘলত গছ কটা নাছিলোঁ নদীত কাঠ বাঢ়ি আহে খৰালি সময়ত সেই কাঠবিলাক শুকাই যায় সেইবিলাক গাঁৱৰ মানুহে ঘৰ সাজিবৰ কাৰণে কুটা লাগে সেইবিলাক সংগ্ৰহ কৰে আৰু বাঁহ নিজৰ আছে খেৰ চাপৰিত পায় গতিকে কাঠ বা খেৰ দি আমাৰ চাংঘৰ খাইছিল আমাৰ মিচিং মানুহবিলাকে চাংঘৰত থাকে চাংঘৰত থাকি ভাল পায় আৰু আমাৰ জীয়াভুৰি নদী পাৰত আছিল গৰিয়াল আমি গৰিয়াল চাবলৈ যাওঁ নদীলৈ বালি গৰিয়ালবিলাক ৰদ লৈ আছিল ডলফিন আছিল এতিয়া ল'ৰা ছোৱালী শুনিলে আচৰিত হ'ব যে ডিস্কভাৰীত দেখা ডলফিন আমাৰ জীয়াভুৰি নদীটো আছিল লিভাৰ ডলফিন আছিল আমি ডলফিনৰ খেল চাবলৈ যাওঁ শিলগুৰিয়া মাছ পিটিয়া মাছ বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ জীৱ জন্তু বন ৰৌ দেওহাঁহ দেশী চৰাই বিদেশী চৰাই চাৰ্বিয়ান চৰাই বিভিন্ন চৰাই সময়ে সময়ে ঋতু অনুযায়ী তেওঁলোক আহিছিল সেইবিলাক আমি পাইছিলোঁ আমাৰ খাদ্য আছিলে তেতিয়া আমি কবি বন্ধাকবি ফুলকবি বিষয়ে নাজানো আমি কচু খেতি কৰোঁ বেঙেনা খেতি কৰোঁ জলকীয়া আদা সেইবিলাকে আমাৰ মছলা আৰু আমাৰ মানুহবিলাকে বনৰীয়া শাকপাত চিনি পায় কোনটো বনৰীয়া শাক খাব পাৰি আৰু বনৰীয়া শাক কেনেকৈ তৈয়াৰ কৰিব লাগে সেইবিলাক আমাৰ মানুহ জানে মাছ মাংস তেল মছলা নিদিয়াকৈ কেনেকৈ প্ৰস্তুত কৰিব লাগে সেইবিলাকো জানে ভাত কোনটো চাউলৰ ভাত বেছি সোৱাদ আৰু ভাত কেনেকৈ প্ৰস্তুত কৰিলে খাবলৈ সোৱাদ হয় সেইটো জানে সেইবিলাক আমাৰ সম্পদ আছিলে কিন্তু দিনক দিনে এতিয়া আমাৰ পশ্চিমীয়া যিবিলাক খাদ্য যিবিলাক প্ৰণালী সেইবিলাক সোমাই গৈছে এতিয়া মছলা নহ'লে আঞ্জা তৈয়াৰ নহয় মাছ মাংস মছলা নহ'লে মানে মানুহে খাব নোৱাৰে আৰু এতিয়া এনেকুৱা হৈছে মাছ মাংস ইমান বিজি ৰান্ধিবলৈও গাঁও অঞ্চলতো সময় নাই মেগীৰ ভাত বনাই আৰু মেগী অকণমান 5 টকাৰ মেগী আনি মেগী দি তৰাতৰি কৰি ৰান্ধি পেলাই মানে কামত গুচি যায় সেইটো অৱস্থালৈ আমি পাইছোঁ আৰু মাছ মাংস ৰান্ধিটো আমাৰ কলপাত বা বিভিন্ন গছ চিনি পাই গছৰ পাতেদি পাতত দিছিলে সেইবিলাক এটা খাবলৈ এটা বেলেগ টেষ্ট আছিলে এনেকৈ আমাৰ খাদ্যবিলাক হয় 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 গতিকে এতিয়া আমি আমাৰ যি বনোৱা বা হেৰুৱা বনজ সম্পদবিলাক উদ্ভিদবিলাক আমাৰ বহুত হেৰাই গ'ল কিছুমান আছে সেইবিলাক আমি আকৌ সংৰক্ষণ কৰিব লাগিব আমি বালিপাৰা ফাউণ্ডেশ্যনৰ লগত কাম কৰি আছোঁ বালিপাৰা ফাউণ্ডেশ্যনে যথেষ্টখিনি এই বিষয়ে চিন্তা চৰ্চা কৰিছে ৰাইজৰ মাজত এৱাৰনেছ আনিবৰ কাৰণে চেষ্টা কৰিছে গতিকে আমি আমাৰ অঞ্চলৰ গাঁওবিলাকো এতিয়া আগৰ হেৰুৱা যিবিলাক আমাৰ স্থানীয় গছ গছনি আছিলে সেই গছ গছনিবিলাক আমি ৰুবলৈ এতিয়া আৰম্ভ কৰিছোঁ আৰু যিবিলাক আমাৰ বনজ সম্পদ আছিলে যিবিলাক ঔষধি গুণসম্পন্ন যিবিলাক গছ গছনি আছিলে সেইবিলাক চিনাক্ত কৰি এটা লিপিবদ্ধ কৰাৰ এটা ব্যৱস্থা বালিপাৰা ফাউণ্ডেশ্যনে কৰিছে আৰু আমি ৰাইজৰ মাজত এনেকুৱা সজাগতা আনিছোঁ যে আমি স্থানীয় গছ ৰুব লাগে বাহিৰৰ পৰা অহা চেগুন জাতীয় গছবিলাক ৰুব নালাগে যে চেগুন জাতীয় গছৰ পৰা আমাৰ উপকাৰ নহয় অপকাৰে হয় কাৰণ চেগুন গছৰ চৰাইও বাঁহ নলয় আৰু চেগুন পাত মাটিত পৰিলে তাত কেঁচু বগালেও কেঁচু মৰি যায় গতিকে আমাৰ মাটিৰ উৰ্বৰা শক্তি নাইকিয়া কৰে চেগুন গছে সেইকাৰণে আমাৰ স্থানীয় গছ যিবিলাক মানে ফল মূল হয় আৰু যিবিলাক ফল মূল চৰাই খায় অকল মানুহৰ কাৰণে গছ ৰুব নালাগে চৰাইৰ কাৰণে চিন্তা কৰিব লাগে আমাৰ কৈৰ গছ বুলি এবিধ গছ আছিলে সেই কৈৰ গছ যেতিয়া গুটি লাগে বহুত চৰাই আহে বিশেষকৈ হাইতা চৰাই আজিকালি হাইতা চৰাই দেখিবলৈ নোপোৱা হৈছে হাইতা চৰাই আহে গতিকে এই গছবিলাক এতিয়া আমি ৰুৱাৰ কাৰণে আমি ব্যৱস্থা ল'ব লাগিব আমাৰ বন বিভাগৰ আমাৰ বিষয়া শৰ্মা ডাঙৰীও আছে তেখেতসকলে এইবিলাক গোট কৰোঁ প্ৰজেক্ট এটা বনাব গতিকে আমি অকল আজিৰ দিনটোত আমাৰ যদি অসমৰ আগৰ পৰিৱেশটো যদি আমি ঘূৰাই আনিব বিচাৰোঁ বা সেইটো জীয়াই ৰাখিব বিচাৰোঁ অকল মানুহৰ কাৰণে গছ নহয় অকল অক্সিজেন দিবৰ কাৰণে গছ নহয়, আমি চৰাই চিৰিকটিৰ কাৰণেও আমি চিন্তা কৰিব লাগিব। যিবিলাক গছত চৰাই বাঁহ লয় বা যিবিলাক গছৰ ফল মূল চৰাই খাই ভাল পায়, সেইটো আমাৰ আগৰ পৰিৱেশটো ঘূৰি আহিব। গতিকে আমি আগৰ যিবিলাক ঔষধি গুণসম্পন্ন যিবিলাক আমাৰ উদ্ভিদ আছে সেইবিলাক চিনাক্ত কৰিব লাগিব, সেইবিলাক লিপিবদ্ধ কৰিব লাগিব, আৰু সেইবিলাক যাতে আমি আকৌ ৰোপণ কৰিব পাৰোঁ, সেইবিলাকৰ বংশ বৃদ্ধি কৰিব পাৰোঁ। সেইবিলাক গাঁওবিলাকত এটা সজাগতা সভা আমি মাজে মাজে NGO হওক বা স্কুলতে হওক আমি পাতিব লাগিব, তেতিয়া আমাৰ আগৰ পৰিৱেশটো ঘূৰি আহিব। ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you. I think we have to wrap up this session, but isn't it? But actual question answer session was there. Let me give you one or two things. After that, one or two questions we might take. None of the speakers, unfortunately, touched the theme. I am sorry to say that. Theme was the best practices for preservation and propagation, and I think it was not touched. Anyway, there are so many things to preserve, biological resources. So therefore, we have to know what to preserve, how much to preserve, where to preserve. All those kinds of things first we have to decide. Now, in particularly NER Himalayas, northeastern region Himalayas, we have 138 wild relatives of our crops. First of all, we have to actually preserve that 138 wild relatives so that we can, take them in our breeding and development program. Now, so far as propagation is now conservation, it has to be in a consortia mode. One or two farmers or the conservationists cannot do the job because there are so many things to conserve. So it has to be in a consortia mode, and how best to form those consortia is the question. Maybe afterwards we can deliberate on that. And then the linkage chain, the producers, processors, marketers, consumer linkage. If I conserve, if I produce a certain bioresource, where it goes, how it goes, does it go to the processors, does it go to the marketing personnel, does it go finally to the consumer, how best to tighten this particular linkage, then only a conservationist will be interested to conserve the bioresource, and we have to know what for we are conserving them. Is it for medicinal value? Is it for gene value? Is it for other values? That has to be known instead of attempting to conserve everything that we have. So you cannot, worldwide 3 to 5 lakh species have been reported. 3 to 5 lakh, out of that 250,000 species are there in eastern Himalayas. How can you conserve 250,000 species? Out of that, of course, 30,000 species are doing the round, and finally 7,000 species only we are in the process of cultivating in different manners. But what is interesting, only 30 species, plant species, we cultivate for our food. Only 30 out of all that lakhs of different things. Now this 30 will increase. Now therefore, what is necessary is a concerted research effort to find out the utility of the resources that we have, where it can go, how it can go, where it can be utilized. That has to be done. Unfortunately, the many researches in this particular sector dates back, the beginning dates back to 1833. After that, 80% of the publication in this biological resources are found between the years 2001 and 2017. 80% are in this period. And still it is coming. 353 have been reported recently. So it's coming. So many things are there. Out of that, we have to find out what we preserve. Without taking much time, because I have already been told to wrap it up, any one or two salient questions to any of the panelists or to me? I think not very interesting to question. Thank you very much. Thank you.